Welcome to Business Week Online's Video Views. I'm Diane Brady, Senior Writer at Business Week, and with me is Pat Lencioni. I'm going to say renowned management consultant and author of such books as The 5 Dysfunctions of the Team and most recently, Silos, Politics, and Turf Wars. I wanted to start. Welcome, first of all, Pat.
Thanks for having
coming in. Tell me a little about silos, because that's a term that a lot of people use these days. What exactly does it mean? Is it just lack of communication with your colleagues?
Well, I think what it is organizations within the organization that seem to be more cohesive and that don't work together with others. So when people work in a company and they say, why doesn't the marketing department work with the sales department, and why do they actually compete against us? So it's just divisions within a company, people that should be working together working as though they're competing.
Well, one of the problems, how do you stop this? Because when people are judged, they each have their own profit and loss area, they're judged individually. What would inspire them to work together?
Yeah, and you actually hit the nail on the head. It's if they don't have a common rallying cry somewhere in the organization that knits them together, if they don't understand how their activities impact another part of the organization and why they're all leading to the same thing, then silos are going to be the natural outcome. So what has to happen is somewhere near the top of the organization, there needs to be a common, clear priority that everybody understands. So even if there's healthy competition or some specialization, ultimately they see that it rolls up and it's aligned.
A lot of CEOs have goals. You know, they have like their goals, their 10 points, they post everybody's workstation. That doesn't seem to work too well.
Usually they have metrics and numbers, and there's this obsession with quantifying everything. And I'm a big believer in measurement, but if you start by trying to motivate people around numbers, you fail. Because people just don't get up in the morning and go, we're going to get 15% more profit this week or this month or this quarter. What they want to know is what's really the priority that we're trying to achieve. And then great, put numbers on that so you understand what achievement looks like. But people need to be motivated by something far more actionable and much more of a theme, a rallying cry.
What if you're not the CEO or a senior leader, or you have a boss who has a divide and conquer mentality? How do you get above the silo mentality?
Right. Well, one of the things you have to do is decide if you're willing to go to that person and give them the kind truth, which means tell them. I think most leaders really want to be better leaders. And I think that if you can avoid either being an activist and going in there and ranting and raving, or going in and being, I guess, a brown-noser and just saying what they want to hear, if you can go in and help people understand how they can do it better, most times they'll respond well to that. But if you've got a leader that just cannot embrace that at all, then I think you have to embrace that concept of your circle of influence or your circle of concern. Maybe you can't influence that, but what can you influence in your department to make people more cohesive? Then people are going to notice you're doing something well, and they're going to come to you and say, what are you doing over here? And maybe you'll have a chance to influence them.